Hey, it's Gabbo at PubClub.com. I'm with the Ultimate Beach Band here. So, will you explain this Tiki Social at the Omni's and here in San Diego?
Yeah, it's a really ambitious pop-up bar program. Stretches across the U.S. at 40 different Omni locations. Not all of them are going whole hog like this with a whole build out and a whole decor vibe and everything, but they're all serving these drinks that I came up with for the menu. And the whole idea is just to do a seasonal pop-up bar to give guests something extra. If they're living in a cold part of the country, give them a little summer, give them a little tropical vibe. And so far, people really seem to dig it. So it's going pretty well.
Well, what is this in this cocktail? Because I like it, and I am very picky about my rum drinks.
I think a better question might be what is not in the cocktail, but
I like that answer.
But it's coconut cream from Real and coconut water. We've got Bacardi rum in there, gold rum, a little Myers rum, dark Jamaican, and macadamia liqueur, and passion fruit puree from Real again.
Cheers.
And lime. Cheers.
So, I was hearing you before, and you got all the Hawaiian terms down. I have a good buddy, Lou O'Leary, who's indoctrinated me in the Polynesian Hawaiian culture.
Yeah.
So I knew what you're talking about. Beachbum berry.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, it's a long story, but briefly, I did my first book in the 90s, and it was put together kind of like a zine, cut and paste. This is before Adobe and Photoshop and all that. And it was all on paper, so I would do these different fonts. I would cut them out of Xerox an old record album cover with a typeface I liked. Because for some stupid reason, I thought each drink should have its own different font. So I would cut out the letters, almost like a ransom note, and just tape them together, use whiteout to get rid of the tape lines, and then go re-Xerox it. By the time I got to the title page, which was the last page I was doing, I was heartily sick of the whole process. And so when it came time to put my name on it, Jeff Berry, by Jeff Berry, I was looking for a cool font, and I found one. There was a place called Beachbum Birch in Redondo Beach back in the day.
I'll keep going, but I'll get back to that.
All right, put a pin in that. It had a really cool font on its matchbook, and it almost looked like Robinson Crusoe had drawn the letters in the sand. So that, all right, I can get Jeff Berry out of this if I do this, that, blah, and then I thought, the hell with it. I'm just going to call myself Beachbum Berry, and I don't have to change anything. I just had to make a Y. And I thought maybe 10 of my friends were ever going to see this. It was never going to go beyond that. And look what happened. Look where we are today.
And here you are now. All of a sudden, the Omni contacts you to put tiki bars in their hotels.
Yeah. Can't beat it with a stick, man.
So is that like Dom the Beachcomber became just a name, or Trader Vic's?
Yeah. It was sort of just a goof on that, And but it ended up I got stuck with it, so I'm just running with it now.
There's a great tiki bar history, the great names of tiki bars and tiki people. Don the Beachcomber, Trader Vic's, PubClub, we'll go that another time. But I want to go back to, you hit a nerve, Beachbum Birch. Okay, it was this legendary bar. It's a Cheesecake Factory now in Redondo Beach, California.
Wait a minute, it's a Cheesecake Factory?
It's a Cheesecake Factory now. I know. And it was before my time, but I used to live in Manhattan Beach. A lot of friends. I got there after the Beachbum Birch era, but they were telling me these legendary bars. So I wrote an article, the most popular article on all of PubClub.com, about the legendary bars in the South Bay.
Yeah.
And Beachbum Birch was on there. I've heard legendary stories. So you were there.
Yeah, Bert Hickson, the owner. No, I missed it too. I just found it just in swap meets, I'd find the matchbooks and the menus and all that, and I was intrigued by the place. But Bert Hickson, who opened Beachbum Birch, also opened the warehouse in the marina.
Know that, yeah.
Marina Del Rey, and the warehouse is still open.
The warehouse is still there.
And it's like fantastic, kind of like cargo ship.
It's very cool to walk in that. You walk over like the water moat. Yeah, it's very cool.
And apparently he was a cameraman, and he was making making of movies back in the 50s and the 60s, and he was making a making of documentary short for a John Wayne movie, and he and John Wayne hit it off, and John Wayne told him, "Listen, man, there's no future in what you're doing. You got to open a restaurant." So that's why he opened the warehouse, and it did do so well that he opened up Beachbum Birch, which looked really cool. I have an old postcard. It looks like it's a big 2-story building, but with like a thatched Samoan kind of folly exterior. You know, it's like, I'm sorry I missed it.
It's a legendary all-time bar in Redondo Beach. There's a bar there that we like too called Old Tony's. Have you been there?
Oh, all the time.
The fire chief?
Yeah, Old
The
Tony's.
fire chief is it's a Mai Tai on steroids with 151 floater. I don't even want to know what's in it.
Well, we used to get the Mai Tais up in the captain's
They call it the crow's nest.
Because you could take the glass home. And at one point, we had about 80, 90
Every house Manhattan or most of Redondo Beach has about 30 of those Old Tony glasses, at least.
I had to leave them all behind when we left LA, though. Sorry about that, but...
Well, that's all right. So where you go to Hawaii, Waikiki, where do you, what's your...
Well, most of the places that I really liked in Hawaii are gone now. But I do really like, on Waikiki, I love the Halakalani's House Without a Key. It's an outdoor patio bar. They've got hula dancers and singers. You're looking over the ocean, and then you can see Diamond Head off to the left. Yeah, and they make the best Mai Tai that I've ever had in Hawaii. And that's not a high bar, admittedly, because the drinks in Hawaii don't need to be good. You know, you're in paradise, so you don't have to try too hard. You know?
I might challenge you a bit on that. I haven't been there, so I can't say for sure. But the Mai Tais at the Roy Hawaiian, right there on Waikiki Beach, dominated in the background. And now tourists are getting too drunk, so they took this one off the menu. So if you go there and you want a real good Mai Tai, you have to ask for the old school.
Oh, really?
So that's your Pub Club Mai Tai Waikiki tip.
That's a good tip. I'm going to use that. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Cheers.
All right. Well, I'm glad I gave the Beachbum a tip on a rum drink. Do you have a favorite personal rum drink other than the one we're drinking?
Well, I usually say the one you just bought me, but seriously, it's the Navy Grog. Big Navy Grog fan. That's the one. That's the drink that I just kind of blew my mind the first time I had one at Trader Vic's many moons ago, and it's still my favorite call.
All right. Before we close out here, have you heard of Hibachi in Manhattan Beach?
I have not.
Hibachi Manhattan Beach was when I first moved there, I see these people coming out of this little hole on Manhattan Beach Boulevard, staggering out in the afternoon. They would go in the back and drink a Navy Grog.
All right, okay.
At Hibachi Manhattan Beach. It's now Rockin' Fish. Mike Zislis owns it. And Mike was smart enough to keep, it's called Rockin' Fish now. Mike was smart enough to keep the Navy Grog.
Hey, another good tip.
And they're half price in November, which is the month they opened Rockin' Fish. So you can go there and get them for like $7.50, a full-on Hibachi Navy Grog at Michael loved this. So at Rockin' Fish in Manhattan Beach. So there you go.
Nice. All right. That's
two PubClub.com tips.
I've learned 2 things today. Thank you, sir.
Great to chat with you.
Yeah, cheers. Anytime.
Okole Maluna.
Okole Maluna, and come out. Cheers.